Oh, fate snapshot just happened.
Oh yeah, just this minute actually.
Yeah, I just got a reminder for it. All
A
right.
pretty important reminder for you.
Yeah, it says we're live. We are live. Yeah. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. My name is PD, and I'm joined by Larry Fine. This is NFT Weekly, the Week in Wax. How you doing this evening, Larry? How was your flight? You back home?
I am back home. Yeah, finally made it back home. My flight it was okay. I think it was like 12 hours in the end. I'm still a little. I don't think I'm jet lagged. I just fade really early. I fall asleep at like 9 p.m. now. It's okay because it gets me up early to seize the day.
Right. Yeah, you were saying that. I've never experienced jet lag. I guess it's because I've never been anywhere cool, but yeah, I hear it's exhausting. And so you're back home now. I'm feeling better. We didn't do an episode last week. We had Badger scheduled to fill in, but then I fell ill and was unable to make it. And so we just skipped. So last week would have been week 10, but here we are on week 11. And we got a lot to go over. A lot of cool things happened while we were gone, and a lot of cool things are about to happen this week. First and foremost, I just got a notification on my phone that said the Immersis Fate snapshot has been taken. What do we know about that?
Yeah, so the Fate token, it's all associated with Immersis, the game itself, and you're going to be using it for all sorts of different things. And it literally just happened like 2 minutes ago. I got 12:02, 12:03 on my clock right now, and that was at 11:59. And so in order to get it, I mean, I guess it's too late now, but you would have need to hold certain NFTs, either from Ella Blob or from the Immersis collection itself. You need the very early first edition beta access card.
Oh, right. You know what? I have one of those. I totally forgot about that. What are those folks getting?
I think they get 20,000 Fate token,
Or
if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, because there's 100 and it's divided by the pool's 2 million. So yeah, 20,000 each. That's awesome. I do hold one of those and I forgot. I didn't put that in my total.
Oh, even jack it up a little bit more.
Yeah, so here's what happened. I moved all of my eligible NFTs over to my Anchor wallet, my T Davis M Force one. And I don't know why I did it that way. I guess I just didn't want them in my WAM, because I had my more valuable ones. I had my shiny and my Ella Bobs in that wallet. So I figured I'd just move everything over since that's where the bulk of my airdrop would go. But I forgot about my beta pass. So that's good.
Well, that's from the different collection too, so that would be a pretty common mistake. That's actually part of the Immersis collection, as opposed to the other Ella Blob stuff.
Yeah, that's a good.
Because I don't hold a lot of Ella Blob stuff. I don't think I own any of it, unfortunately. I would like to, but yeah, I don't know. It just kind of never happened for me, and I got a lot of respect for Dan and what he's doing. You know, I've seen him around, and it's just one of those things that just kind of slipped through the cracks because now more than ever, there's so many projects. Like you kind of got to pick your spots nowadays.
Yeah, maybe we'll touch on it a little bit. Not only are there a lot of projects popping out of the woodwork, a lot of them are crap. And yeah, we've seen it a lot lately, unfortunately, especially on ETH. But it's definitely all chains, and Wax is not excluded from that. I think we're gonna work on doing a segment. I don't want to call it a tutorial because. Once again, this is not financial advice.
Very true.
So I don't know how we would phrase like what the category would fall into, but just, like an advisory maybe type of video where we explain what are some of the red flags and how to spot a scam project.
Right.
Because there are definitely over like we've been at this for about a year, like longer than a year, right? I mean, you're probably much Yeah, much longer than that. But yeah, in the last year or so, we've seen quite a few projects rug pull, and a lot of projects just fail from incompetence and lots of other variables. And there's been some common denominators across all of them. I feel like identifying those so that you're aware of what caused projects to fail, it puts you in a better position to, you know, to recognize that when you see a new project pop up. Like one of the things that I know that we're really big on at NFT Gamer TV is transparency in who the quote unquote team is. We've seen,
Absolutely.
yeah, like a lot of projects. Like Sandy just messaged me about, and I hate to be putting him on blast here, but he messaged me about an ETH project that just rug pulled. Like they took their website down, they took their Twitter down, they took their Discord down. And so I
Right.
went over to archive.org because I wanted to see their website. And luckily there was a snapshot taken, so I was able to like peruse the website. And the one thing that I noticed was like their team was just like monikers. Like it was, as funny as this sounds, it was called the Invisible Man NFT, which I didn't.
Oh, I
But
got a lot of spam for that in my
yeah,
Discord.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just rug pulled like crazy. And this is like way off topic, but it's just one of the things that I like popped out at me right away. Like, the founder's name was Mr. Invisi, and like that's just trash if you're doing that. And
Yeah,
I would,
yeah.
yeah, I would call that like an immediate, like I'd call that out immediately, because I understand people's desire for wanting to remain anonymous and data privacy concerns and all of that. But we've evolved past this being just a hobby and a niche market. Like these are real businesses that people are operating now, and the money that they're able to generate through that business has got hitting a pretty, astronomical numbers, right? For what you're actually putting in, you're able to get a significant, it's like prime territory for scam artists. And not putting your founders data and information out there. Like I can give you a perfect example, and I'm going to try to like segue back into Wax. Stuck at 6 p.m. flat out doxed himself in his Discord server for his tag project. He lists his first and last name, where he lives, what he does for a living, like all of that, and just super fucking transparent. Oops, I cursed. I didn't mean to do that. Super transparent, and like that is what, like that should be setting the bar for every project out there. Like if you're not doing that, then like you should be docked points, or if there was a point system. I don't know. Maybe there should be a point system. What do you think, Larry?
It sounds pretty good to me. It sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, all of that said, we were talking about Immersis and Fate and how awesome that project is. And I went on a tangent, and now we're looking at all of my Ella Blobs.
Yeah, you got a lot. I remember I was looking at it before because I looked up this, the whole token snapshot. It's kind of been in the works for a while. So I was like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll buy it. But like between me being in Ukraine and I've just been trying to keep my head above water for the past month or so. So it's been kind of hard for me to enter into anything new, or I had to save my wax for different things. I had a lot of real world costs the last couple of months that kind of toned down my wax purchases.
Yeah. So these guys are getting us an amount of Fate each. I think the mythics and the shinies get the same amount.
I'd have to pull it up, but yeah,
Which
I remember it was a high amount. I think some of them got like 56K and even higher.
Yeah, it might have been like 400,000 on the Immersis ones. I know that Dan's been tweeting it quite a bit, so I'm sure I can find it.
Some high numbers.
Yeah, 352,000.
Oh yeah, there's the graphic I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, each. So something tells me that these numbers have been moving. Do you know anything about that?
I don't, but maybe he had it as a pool, and you could still evolve into the higher rarities. So
Yeah,
maybe that might affect the how the pool is distributed.
Yeah, because look here, this is the one that I was looking at, 446, 833. I knew that number didn't look right, and then on this most recent one. So yeah, it's definitely a pool.
Right.
Because
Which
when
is,
we
yeah,
look,
that's to be expected.
yeah, so they're 352. It looks like. All right,
Yeah,
well,
those
awesome.
last second evolutions, right? Getting that little extra cheddar.
Yeah. So beta passes and Ella blobs, and what else gets you fate?
I think that's it. I think those are the only two things. I
And
don't
what can you
believe.
do with your fate?
Well, I mean, you might know better than me what you can do with it because I know you got a lot coming to you. It's going to be used for a lot of in-game stuff, and
Yeah.
what you were telling me about a couple of the features actually of the Fate token before.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, and this probably won't surprise a whole lot of people, but I think Sanika is going to be the largest fate holder at the airdrop. I know that he'll be into double-digit millions, which is pretty incredible. I went through and did some preliminary math on what I would be getting, though I didn't at the time know that it was a pool. So my numbers are definitely not accurate, but I feel like it's also going to be multi-millions. And the cool thing that I learned about it is, like you said, it's used for in-game stuff in Immersis. But what is really appealing to me is like this section here, the game development services. So for 1.25 million fate, you can get the white label game development. And what it says here, if I can make this a little bigger, is Immersis developed games repurposed, battles, races, gathering, and more coming. This covers your first 30 player created NFT asset imports, stats, and minor changes. So essentially, for 1.25 million, you can get a game reskinned for your project, which is pretty incredible.
I feel like in the right hands, that could be very useful to some people.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would imagine that you will see a very large NFT gamer TV presence in Immersis, and lots of fate being spent on their game dev services and such.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for it.
So awesome. All right. What do we have anything more on Immersis, or can we move on to what else we had today?
I would just say if you haven't checked out Immersis to give it a shot and play it, you know that metaverse is always kind of evolving. I myself actually haven't checked it out for a long time. I kind of did a lot of day one stuff, and I haven't been back in a while since, and I really regret it because I know it's just evolving so quickly.
Yeah. So the free weekend just passed. If you did miss it, I think starting today you will need a beta pass to play, but the weekend was anybody could go in and play, and I did hop in there with Kurt from NFTG, and my oldest son and I played a little bit. We chopped down some birch trees and ran around, and yeah, I would highly recommend checking out what Immersis is doing, because it's like they're growing very rapidly, and they're teamed up with Stuck at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. software, and you just know that amazing things are going to come from that partnership.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. All right. So Tuesday, which is tomorrow in a few hours for me, we have the another pandering to Gen. Which Gen are we? XZ millennials? I
I don't know.
forget.
I think I'm a millennial. I think my girlfriend makes fun of me for that, and I didn't know I was until like a week ago, and I don't even know what that would be. Is that like boomers?
I'm definitely not a boomer. I think maybe Gen X millennials probably where our age range is. Anyway, they love our demographic. The 25 to 45, I think, is what they are going for over at the WDNY headquarters, because it just seems like where they're aiming at, right? Like they did, Ninja Turtles, and now they're doing the Princess Bride, and those are all things that we grew up with as kids. So tell me about this drop, man. The Princess Bride. That's a cult classic.
I love the movie, man. It was amazing. Me and my girlfriend, I made her watch it because she hadn't seen it before, and And I love the movie, but I don't think I can buy these cards, man. I feel like it's a losing bargain with this set. They're $100, and they come with 10 pre-minted cards in the pack, and they're only selling 900. So they're scaling it down. One thing to note is they're doing two different drops. They have two different drops scheduled. They have one on Tuesday, on September 28th, and then the second drop, kind of I guess series 1.5 or however you want to call it. Drops on October 5th, so it's a week away. And yeah, I don't know.
$10 a card.
Yeah, like I love the movie. I even remember that Inigo Montoya line. I mean, Mandy Patinkin and all that stuff. Andre the Giant.
Yeah,
But
dude.
To go there, I'm gonna say it's inconceivable to purchase these packs.
Yeah, dude, that's not cool, man.
And they are offering collection rewards at least. You need to collect the whole common set from this week's drop and next week's drop, and then you get I think it's a sketch card.
So wait a
But
minute. What would be different? Are they different series?
yeah, I think they're issuing different cards. That's what I
Oh,
was led to believe.
wow.
Yeah, so they're issuing, I don't know, maybe 10, 15, 20 different cards this week, and then that same thing, 10, 15, 20 different cards next week.
Like I hear you, and this is like you said, losing. But I don't know, I'm kind of FOMOing on this now. The 900 packs isn't very much. $10 a card is very much. Yeah, I'll probably stay away because I'll probably forget about it or see the reminder and then say, yeah, if I remember in 15 minutes and then intentionally not remember it.
Well, plus it's a WDNY drop, so you need to pay on your credit
Cash.
card, and they've been
Yeah,
using the
dude.
queue system, so it's not even guaranteed. It could just get botted. I know there's ways around it. I don't know the technical ways to work around that whole queue system, but I know those WDNY drops supposedly. Well, even that I remember from Ninja Turtles, people just kept pressing back, and I'm pretty sure they
Yeah,
fixed those
they did
holes.
fix that one. Yeah.
But I'm still heard, maybe it's just hearsay that there's a workaround that whole queue it, or I forget what the website or the app they use or whatever it's called, queue it up or queue it.
So it's interesting they diverted from the IVRL this time around, or did I miss that? Is that it's just NFTs? There, you're not getting anything special
No,
from.
I don't believe so. No, not from what I noticed. Even the collection, you get all the common cards. You just get another bonus NFT.
So I wonder if this is like why did they jack the price? Way like our audience is it might have it on the money here. Like that's very well could be what we have going on, cash grab. But I wonder if it has to do with the licensing. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
I mean that you make a good point. This stuff isn't free, right? You can't just grab, even Princess Bride. Like even if it's not the strongest IP, it's still a pretty big one.
Who would that be?
Who
Would it
owns it?
be?
I don't know. Warner
Yeah,
Brothers, Paramount. I don't even think Paramount exists
yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
Viacom.
yeah. It's I don't know. I just kind of noticed that they didn't they moved away from the IVRL, which they were doing pretty consistently, right? All of the previous drops at least had something that you
Yeah,
can get.
that's yeah, very true.
And then now here we are and we don't, and the drop is super small. So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably stay away.
Well, I like that they're scaling down the drops because, as much as we don't care to admit it, the NFT market, it's still a niche market in my opinion. Like we're getting bigger and there's definitely exponential growth. But as far as like having that big, strong community, I don't know, I feel like it's smaller than we all think it is and that we all really want it to be. But it's still kind of a niche community for now. But believe me, that tide is turning.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a likely pass on this one. You're a pass on this one?
Yeah, I don't have $100 to spend on, Princess Bride
Yeah.
cards, unfortunately.
Oh, and look at our audience here pulling out the answers. Rob Reiner and 20th Century Fox. Thank you, Least Comic. All right. So moving on to a more exciting drop. So there's nothing on Wednesday. What?
I think there was one kind of minor thing on Wednesday, but it kind of got cut from the list. I think it was the boxing one was on Wednesday. Tommy Hearns. Do you like boxing at all?
I not really. I
I,
mean,
I I didn't know who Tommy Hearns was until this drop. I had to Google it.
yeah, he's the white dude that I don't know
He's
what.
not a white dude, I'll tell you that.
Oh, he's not.
No.
Then I have no idea who Tommy Hearns is.
Well, apparently he was really good. He won, I think his claim to fame was 5 belts in 5 different classes.
So Funko on Wednesday, is that right?
No, that's on Thursday, the Iron Maiden.
Ah, okay.
I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we'll say nothing on Wednesday. Maybe uh, Tommy Hearns, who's definitely not white. Thinking of the wrong Hearns. So we'll just skip this and move to Thursday. So what do we have going on Thursday?
So, I mean, Farmer's World is one of the biggest. They've had one of the strongest debuts over the last, probably the last year. Thinking about it, and they're one of the top DApp NFT games out there right now. Definitely the strongest one on the Wax platform over the last year. And they've, basically you put any money into that and you're just making bank with it. And I say that with a lot of jealousy because I am not in Farmer's World yet at all. I've been trying to get in, but it hasn't worked out. They've been holding competitions, invite competitions or things like that. I haven't been able to do it, or I've been out of the country or things like that. So even for this drop coming up, it is a whitelisted drop. And in order to get on the whitelist, you do need to meet certain requirements. It's actually pretty easy. You need to either own a tool or a membership card or even a membership pack. And you need to send out a tweet. And then you need to fill out a form and say, hey, this is my tweet and this is my address. Check me out, put me on the whitelist. Now I say that it's all super easy, but a tool or a membership card, they're going for at least $300 last time I checked. So it's not just, you can't just pick it up and just get in, no questions asked. $300 is a lot of money.
It's really interesting that they would go this route where that's not really welcoming to new players.
Oh, not at all.
At all. And certainly not free to play, or not spending a lot of money to play players.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's tricky. I don't know how I feel about it either, because I know people who got in early and they're making bank and they're loving every minute of it. And then there's guys like me who are trying to get in, and I can't afford the secondary price. I can't pay that markup, so I'm waiting to enter in a drop. And then even the drops, though, they're actually quite expensive, but at least I kind of know what I'm getting. I'm not, no one's profiting off me. I can enter kind of, on my own volition, as opposed to kind of being forced to do it a certain way. Now with this drop, I did say there's a whitelist, but 5 minutes after that, they do the public drop. So, oh no, sorry, excuse me, it's only 1 minute. So whitelist gets a 1 minute head start, which doesn't sound like much, but a lot can happen in 1 minute in the Wax space. And they get the 1 minute head start, and then after that it goes public, and I guarantee you it's going to be just a rush on those packs that are left over.
Damn. So, and I better make sure I'm on this whitelist, man. I feel like it might sell out in the whitelist if that's even possible.
I could totally see that. Yeah, I could totally see that, because the people who are in it are making profits, and they're just going to funnel those profits right back in, because they it's a winning horse. Like Farmer's World is so successful. It's been doing so well. It's so strong. So it's just, you got to try and find that creak in the door, and once you're in, man, I feel like it just kind of takes off. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I fortunately got in, but it was not early, and it definitely cost me. And I'm playing it now that I'm talking about it, I'm looking over at my browser tab, and I'm clicking mine on my stone axes and my rod and my memberships and such. It definitely is profitable. I have a lot of admiration for the way they set up their economy. I think it should be modeled again. Have you looked into do you know what I mean when I'm talking about their economy and how things work inside the game? Maybe not, I guess, if you don't play it, right?
No, I don't know too much about it, only on the periphery. I just know that the people who studied the tokenomics and all that stuff, how it works, they love it, they rave about it. And I've never really honestly heard anyone say anything bad about Farmer's World. Even the things I'm not a part of it, but I appreciate how they they're very slow and methodical, how they bring things out. I can appreciate things like that, even though I'm, I'm not part of it yet.
Yeah, so Novandi says cyclical, and I would agree with that. Yeah, it's really neat how they did it. Like, yes, you can make a lot of their token, which that you could turn into wax, but like it's going to force you to also buy some. It's really neat how they did it. Like I said, I feel like other projects should really look to Farmers World and try to model their games and their token economies around it, because I think it's a really successful formula.
And one thing worth pointing out is there's this next drop is kind of comes in 3 different stages. So the first one is on Thursday on the 30th, and then they're doing another drop on October 2nd and another drop on October 5th. I don't know the exact details of all those other drops, but I assume it's just the same. They're just kind of, doing it, like I said, very methodically and very slowly. Maybe let you save a little money up for each sale.
So you said I have to get a tweet out. Where do I see the whitelist requirements?
That was on their Discord. I don't have the link right now, but I can bring it up for you, and maybe I can send it to you. And
Yeah, ping it to me and I'll paste it up there. And then we have a question from our audience here. So at one point, do you declare it a sham if people can't buy in?
That's a good question. I mean, wouldn't that be the opposite of a sham, though? Because like a sham, you would want people to buy in incessantly and then just kind of fleece as many people as you can. I do find it interesting, though. How can an economy like this function if there's no new people, no new money,
Right.
no new capital entering? But right now, it seems to be running pretty well. And they, like even if they do let new people in, it's at a small. It's not like an exponential. We're going to drop 8,000 packs this week and see what happens. Oh, perfect. Someone beat me to it. Yep, that's the link.
Yeah, nice. And so is a member's card needed? I think it was one NFT, right? It could be any one.
Yeah, one or the other. You can have, where is it? I'm just looking at it right now. So you need to own one tool or own a membership pack or a membership card.
Very nice. So yeah, I think I filled out this form because I'm fairly certain that you sent it to me already.
Yeah, I think I did. I sent it to a couple of the people I knew, or just kind of, yeah. I gotta get a tool. I've been debating it, but with the NFT battle miners and other stuff going on this week, I can't, drop that money on it.
So what are the packs going for? Like $100 and up? That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah, 99 is the cheapest, and they have those 4 different packs you're looking at there. They're bringing out new kind of.
Hey, shout out to the new viewers rating from MJ Doja's stream. Welcome.
Thanks,
sorry to interrupt there.
Oh, no problem. So yeah, so they go from $100, and they're introducing new kind of tools, new resources. They're bringing out cows and chickens and stuff. Before it was just kind of was it the fishing rod,
right? Yeah,
and the stone axe and gold mining. If you could lucrate enough to get into that one. So they're expanding the game and the resource management, things like that.
Yeah, the membership cards give you perks for mining. Yeah, and you just need a tool to start playing.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds easy when you type it like that, right? But then it's the $300, $400.
Right. Awesome. All right. What else do we need to know about this Farmers World drop other than you need one NFT and you need to fill out the form?
Just that it's very lucrative, and I would honestly try as hard as you can to get in on this drop. I don't think it's going to hurt you at all. The secondary market's very healthy if you're interested in the flipping game, and the passive market. It's not exactly pure passive because you do have to be active. I know that you have to be more active with it. You can't just sit there and watch the profits roll in.
Yeah. You know what? I need to make sure that my sister gets in on this. So, Shannon, if you're listening, Farmers World drop.
Thursday, be there.
Yeah. All right. So it's going to cost you like 400 plus 900, 103, 208, or 365 to get in officially, right? Because if you're not in it all right now, that's what you would have to do. Go hit the secondary market. The floor is 400 for what you need. and then you would hope to be able to get into the whitelist, where you're going to spend another 100 to 400. Let me ask you this, Larry. If you were in, which would you be going for?
Well, I haven't studied it too much. I was just on the surface, but I was looking at, because the Spotlight pack is the most expensive, so that's the one I was kind of, obviously skewed to. And I was kind of looking. I think you, in the end game, you want the cow or the chicken, because the stone axe is pretty. It's a kind of a beginner level tool, and but the cow and the chicken, they're new, and they're just those. I think that those are what you want to go for. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that stone axe is gonna sting.
Yes, yeah. So you're paying 365, and it's 33% shot basically either way. Um,
Yeah.
I do think it probably the safer play would be the chicken or the cow pack though. If you're but they always say scared money don't make money. So
Yeah, and does I guess we don't know this, but I guess how much could you possibly buy in 1 minute? But theoretically, do you know if you're limited to only one of these four, or if you're fast enough and had enough money, could you buy all four of them?
uh,
I guess you wouldn't know that because we haven't seen the drop. I don't know why I asked that. I know that you don't know the answer to that. I'm sorry, Larry.
I'm trying to look. Sometimes I got the Discord open, but no, there's nothing about the cooldown. If I was to guess, I'd say they probably have a very quick cooldown, probably 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah. And do we know the total number of packs? What do we know about the drop numbers? Do we have? I'm not
No,
seeing
I couldn't find anything
any
about
specs on
the
it.
quantities or anything like that. I assume they'll be low because they're doing 3 separate drops, and they've always had low drops.
Yeah. Cool. All right. And our audience asked when that was, so we'll just say it again. It's Thursday, the 30th of September at 1600 UTC, which is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're in the States, which would be 11 a.m. for me here in Central Time.
Nice lunchtime drop.
Yeah. All right. And so there's a lot going on Thursday, I think, right?
Thursday's a busy day.
Yeah, so we also have the Wrath of Tezca drop. What can you
Yes.
tell me about this?
Well, Wrath of Tezca is brand new kid on the block. Everyone I've talked to, it's kind of it's creating a little bit of buzz, and it started off kind of just as like an amateur, almost a side project for the creators, but they've started developing it in 2018, which for me is a great sign. That's kind of gives it some provenance, if that's even the right word to use, and it tells me that A, it's got history, it's been being crafted for a long time, and B, it's by I want to say purists who they're making a game that because they want to, because they believe in it, and they just wanted to enjoy it and create something and kind of just bring it out into the world. And then I honestly, the way I see it, it seems like blockchain kind of was a good fit for it, because if you're developing something in 2018 and it's 2021 now, I'm sure you're just kind of figuring out how you can incorporate new things along the way. And blockchain fits kind of these games pretty well for the most part, because if I saw a little preview of the video, and there's a little combat system. It was very brief. They just released it. It was like a 15-20 second video, but it looked pretty cool. It reminded me of what was it, Seventh Seal, but a little bit more combat oriented. And I can
Yeah,
see
so this is their
in it.
website here, wrathoftezca.com, right?
Yep.
And so what do you know about the game itself? Is it a web-based browser game, or is it like a Discord game, or?
Oh, it's web-based. It's web-based for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, it's not Discord, not like a text-based game or anything like that.
Okay.
And it's a turn-based tactics game, so you're kind of moving your characters along the map, and you kind of, on the video I saw, it looked like they were trying to kind of flank around like a rock to kind of attack the soldier, kind of the human soldiers. It looked like because all the characters, if you look at, they're kind of like orcs.
Where did you see this?
I was in. Someone sent me the video. Where did they send it to me? Someone got it from their Discord, though, if I remember.
I bet you this is it right here. One that said trailer.
It was just a very quick, like 30-second video.
Yeah, this looks like
that
it's
was
here.
it. Yeah, and they're customizing the characters, and you'll see, because it's all just kind of being built up as we speak. And yeah, there's the map. Yep. And you just kind of move. You know, certain characters I would assume can move more squares, or you know, they hit harder than others, and you'll see they're just kind of getting into position here to make their attack.
Interesting.
So yeah, I don't know too much about it because it's still very early. Like they're literally just got out of the promo period, and they you know, they did one small little blend involving 3 promos and stuff like that. But you know, I like it. I like what I see. It reminds me of Seventh Seal, which was a good project. It's another one. You know, it's been kind of quiet now. They had their drop, but they got to do a lot of behind the scenes thing to build it up. And this kind of reminds me of that, except a little more combat oriented.
All right, what do we know about the drop here? So I see we have a mythic chest, an epic chest, and a common chest.
Right. So there's 4 stages to the drop. So that was I sent you a link for one of them.
Okay.
And they're all just basically different levels of the whitelist. So you can go and sign up for the Discord right now if you want to, and that will get you on whatever stage of the whitelist that you sign up on. So I signed up. I was like, I don't know, like the 280th person to sign up. So that kind of got me into wave 2 of the whitelist. I think it was the top 200 or 250, or you know, stage 1 of the whitelist. And there's 4 different stages. And I'll get the link right now while I'm talking about it. And the main thing is it's different odds. So technically, if you pay more, you won't get as much value per card. Because if it'll be cheaper to buy, I think, four small packs to get the same amount of pure cards.
Okay.
But you're paying for better odds in the bigger pack.
Gotcha.
There is Wrath of Tuscan.
So it looks like they're doing 1,500, 5,000, and 10,000. That's a lot of packs.
It is a lot of packs, yeah. So we'll see how it goes, if it sells out or anything like that.
That's a ton of packs. That's a surprising amount. In fact, I would be shocked if the comments sell out.
Oh, I'm unable to invite. They won't let me invite. But we can find the link. I'm sure it's going to be on that website you were looking at, maybe at the bottom or something. But a lot of
how many are in their Discord? I guess you don't know that without an invite. Maybe
there are 2,200.
Huh.
Yeah, so maybe it is a bit ambitious for some of those pack numbers. But again, I'm kind of numb to it nowadays too. Like if a pack doesn't sell out, we're kind of in like the cold kind of dog days of the NFT summer, I feel like, where I think people genuinely feel like there's more of us in the NFT space than there really are. So they kind of overestimate their sales a little bit and things like that. So, you know, I'm just kind of used to it at this point. Even if it doesn't sell out, that doesn't mean it's not going to be a successful project.
Right. I would agree with that. Although I do place a lot of weight on is this their first drop?
Yep. Yeah. This is their first sale.
Yeah. So I would put a lot of weight and value personally as the project owner into a initial drop sellout. I think it sets the tone for the project's future. Though that's not always the case. There can be projects that sell out and end up being crap, but
well, I've talked with creators too, and I tell them, you know, before they make their review, the first thing you want your first packs to be sellout. You want it to be a sellout.
Yeah.
You want to find that middle ground where you get as many people. And I know as a creator, you want to make some money too, but you got to find that middle ground of where you get as much capital and users, you know, that user base. But you also need to, you know, you can't just flood the market. There has to be that perfect symmetry of scarcity to kind of user base.
Yeah, let me do some really quick math. I'm interested to see what number they're aiming for.
Oh, as in pure capital?
Yeah.
And in the packs themselves, you get the small pack, I think you get 1 soldier and 8 pieces of equipment. And then they scale up like that. So the small pack, you get 1 and 8. The middle pack, you get 2 soldiers and 16 pieces of equipment. And then the big pack, you get 4 soldiers and 32 pieces of equipment.
Yeah. So Tall James has it right. Like creating the FOMO on the sellout. Like
Yeah.
that's definitely something to consider, and you definitely do make money on secondary sales. That's definitely true. So they're aiming for 625K with this
Mhm.
drop, which that's not outrageous. I know that the battle miners drop that we'll talk about a bit later. I believe that there's a multiple of that, but um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to predict, and I'm by no means talking crap about the project. I don't see this selling out, but that's also fine. And if it doesn't, somebody pointed out that the drop is only 4 hours. So um, I wonder
Oh,
what
okay.
happens, yeah, after those 4 hours to all of these packs. Like, does it even matter? Like, did they put that number so high so that it was essentially like a 4 hour unlimited? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And that
Um,
kind of like a mini Street Fighter, to use an example. If
yeah,
Street Fighter was
yeah,
over for 24 hours and it's just turned into madness. I think you can buy those packs for like a pack of bubble gum.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the thing about it, Atezca is like there's a lot going on this week. So it's one of those drops like I want to, I want to see what I can get from it and buy into it. But it's also something I can't just blindly go into because there's a lot going on this week, and I gotta divvy it up one way or the other.
Yeah. Yeah. Rorts says here that Tesla should move to a different day so it doesn't go head to head with Farmer's World. And
Yeah.
I don't know how much thought people put into that, though they should, because it's definitely it's definitely relevant. Um, this week there are two, in my opinion, two huge, highly anticipated drops, and that's Farmers World and Battle Miners. And,
Absolutely agree.
and people have been fire sailing NFTs and saving wax for at least a week and a half now in preparation of that. And so, um, yeah, like I don't know. As a new project, do you say, hell, I can't I'm not going to compete with this, and let me just let people flip and make some money off of those two drops, the Farmers World and Battle Miners, and then try to come back shortly after and do my drop? And if they did decide to do that, would they have more success, or does it not matter? It's
Well,
great
I've been doing
questions.
these schedules kind of for a while, even if it's not been for NFT Gamer. Like I've always kind of keeping a handle on the market and trying to see what happens each week and each month, things like that. And I've noticed Sunday, nothing ever happens on Sunday. Like I get it, it's the day of rest, and I want to
Yeah.
watch football as much as you, even though I think you're rooting for the Eagles tonight. Good luck with them.
Yeah,
Next
Sturs
weekend.
Merlin said he moved his drop twice because of other projects. And
Oh, smart.
yeah, Rort said the same thing pretty much. Lots of people holding wax for Farmers World and NDM. And
Yep, myself included.
all right, and everybody seems to be asking about Funko. So are we ready to move on?
Absolutely.
Let's just make sure they know the time on Tesca. I think we said it. Oh, it's at the same exact time,
Yep,
date
yep.
and time as Farmers World. Ouch.
Well, we'll see what happens 1 minute after the farmers will drop and see how Tesca goes.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Funko headbangers.
Yeah, let's go metal. Do you like Iron Maiden? Are you a bit
I
of
I I do. I cannot say that I do. I don't dislike them, so I don't want to say I do not like them. But I've never really been a fan. I'm sure I know all of their hit singles. I could probably even sing along to them if I heard them. But this was definitely not my genre. How about you?
Not really. I'm not a super big metal guy. I know Run to the Hills, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm actually I can't believe I didn't write this down in my notes, but I met the drummer. His name's Nico, if I'm not mistaken. I have a picture with him on my phone because I used to work on cruise ships, and he cruised on my ship one time, and
Nice.
yeah, I'm having a flashback now, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so Iron Maiden, they have this mascot named Eddie, and they just do basically whatever they want with him. He's like this zombie humanoid guy. They turn him into all sorts of things, however they want, whatever they're feeling that day. And he is on all the cards, so every card will have like Crazy Eddie or Monster Mash Eddie or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's typical Funko WDNY. It's credit card only. The packs go for $10 or $30, and no matter what size pack you buy, it's the same. It's $2 a card. So you're either getting 5 cards for $10 or 15 cards for $30.
Neat. So I will probably. Are you in on? I guess I didn't ask you if you were in on Tezca or not. So let's just rewind really quick. Were you in on Tezca?
I'm gonna try. It all depends on how much wax I can squirrel away for the other big drops, and it's kind of I'm gonna budget and see what I have left over. Because that one's kind of like I want to get into Tezca though. Like I really want to do it, even if it's just like the small $15 pack, or I'll see what I can do with it.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like we got some. I don't want to jump ahead. I'll come back to that comment in the chat there. All right. And Funko, are we in or out on this? I think you got to be in. The secondary market on these has been really healthy following the drop, and so I would expect that to continue.
Well, with the Ninja Turtles, it was really good. Then it was Big Boy was right after that, and Big Boy's been kind of lackluster, but we all kind of expected it to be. Like,
right.
Big Boy's not a strong IP compared to this other stuff. It makes me remember we talked about what was the metal band who had the drop 2 weeks ago.
I think it was Megadeth or
Megadeth.
Right?
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. So maybe I could see how they did, even though I don't think they're as strong of a brand as Iron Maiden. Like I can't name one Megadeth song, and I at least I have Run to the Hills on my iPod, so I actually listen to it.
So, all right, I think I'm going to go for these because I'm probably not going to get it because it's a WDNY drop and it'll have the queue and all of that. So I feel like it's worth a shot, and it is fiat, so I don't have to worry about spending wax. I can just put it on the old debit card, and if I get lucky, I will probably try to flip it, and I will flip it for. Let me go see if what they're saying is true. Oh shit! Battle miners double verified. Look at that.
Oh, is that breaking news?
Yeah, breaking news. Congrats, Vedmak and Diablo Crow and Dennison and team. I think Dimitri's the artist. Very well deserved.
Well deserved.
Yeah, dude. Congrats. That's huge. I love it. I couldn't be happier. That's amazing. Yep. They've been killing it. They've been absolutely killing it from the start. And if anybody knows those guys personally, they're just it just will warm your heart to know that, like, I'm sure they're super excited about this. I'm super excited about this for them. That legitimizes their project, and hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it kind of makes me think, like, why weren't they, already? But that's a whole other story.
Right? Yeah. There's I guess a little funny story I can share with you offline about their journey to this point. It wasn't easy, I can tell you that. But yeah, man, this is fantastic, and their drop is Friday, finally, right?
Yep. Yeah, I feel like we've all been kind of waiting for this one for a while.
Yeah. So they had like a mini drop today, right?
Yes. Yeah. Which was interesting for a couple of reasons. I know you and me kind of someone told us we were on the list, and then we weren't on the list or something like that. I didn't even know until I found I got a random pack in my wallet. I'm like, oh, I got something for free. I'm gonna rip it open right away. But then I looked at the circumstances of how I got that pack. I'm like, wait a minute, this is too good to be true. But I shouldn't have looked.
Right. Yeah. So I didn't see it either. Somebody when I got to my computer finally, or Discord rather, I had a bunch of messages saying that, like, I can't believe that you and Sanika are both on the 50 list, and then it was haha, just kidding. And a little miss. I don't even know what went wrong. It was obviously a mistake. The fact that they acknowledged it and compensated for it, I think speaks volumes, right? Because that's kind of what you expect just in any industry when when a company messes up, like it, you expect those three things: them to acknowledge it, hopefully apologize for it, and then if it's warranted, compensate for it, right?
Yeah.
Because you're nothing without your consumers and your customer base, and they did all of those three things, which just I can't say enough good things about them and that team. Really high on them.
Yeah, I'm not bitter, or I don't hold any ill will at all about any of it. It's just, it just is what it is. It's mistakes happen, and they owned up to it better than most
Yeah.
people have in this space.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt. So we did end up getting an active promo card pack, I think is what they sent us.
Yep.
And so I FOMO'd on, I don't know why I did, but I did. And it's funny because I ended up buying off of the secondary market. One of our Discord mods had it for sale, and he pointed out to me that, like, I saw the wallet address, and it was really the reason why I completed the purchase. On top of it being the lowest listed Dominator pack, but he pointed out to me after how foolish it was to go through the market. Like, we both could have saved on the transaction fee, but
Yep.
then that would have taken away from my buddies over at NBM also. But it brings up a good point, and I wish there were some better way to recognize wallet addresses when you're perusing the marketplace. I have some ideas. Maybe we can bring them to fruition, but don't let me get off too much on a tangent here. Let's talk some more about this drop. What can we expect on Friday?
Friday, well, get your checkbook ready. And it's not, public. Well, I mean, it could go public, but we all know it's not going to make it to that. So it's kind of it's very specific. You don't just kind of sign up for the whitelist or do things like that. You need to own a certain amount of NFTs from the collection, and they can't be the small card pieces. They have to be active cards. Also, they cannot be the promos as well. So some of you sitting on promos, you'll either have to burn them or go for the blend. Don't just burn them willy-nilly, though, because they have that one blend. I don't know if you have any of the rare ones. You might get that one instead. But you need 10 cards, and that gets you one ticket to buy one pack. So it could be the small pack, the big pack, doesn't matter. It's this new kind of system they're developing to, everything's kind of evolving different ways to do whitelists. I saw it with Creek. He was the one. He had very inventive ways to make sure that his drops won't get into the hands of flippers or bots or things like that. And so the battle miners, they're building up the community, and they want these packs to go to people who care about the project.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just took a look because it looks like the snapshot was taken, and I had 32 active. So I think actually I probably could have hit the secondary market. It looks like I, like a fool, left myself a few short of 40, but too short. I don't know why I did that. It's nothing I can do about it now.
I don't think the snapshot for the main sale has been taken. That would have been the one for today's for the Dominator sale. Yeah, that the info's not up there. It's not posted.
So then I'm looking at the wrong snapshot. So I still have time to do this.
Yes, yeah, you can add. So that's just kind of the link to where the sale will be.
And so our constructors work, our lands work, and our utilities all count, right? No, our utilities are tickets, so that does not count.
Right, utilities don't count. That's right.
So lands do, and construction does, right?
And active cards.
Inactive. So I'm 3 short, it looks like.
Yeah, so I've been debating. I'm 3 short as well for my next year. I have 27 eligible cards. So I'm debating, like, hey, should I get those extra 3? I really want to. But then those 3 will probably pay for the pack that I would buy to get that 3rd sales ticket. So it's kind of, And then when you capitalize on things like the Tezca drop and things like sacrifices have to be made. So you got to
Yeah.
plan ahead very diligently.
So this is what I have here, and I I don't know what to do because I'm being sentimental about these, and like I know that I can burn these, but I don't want to because I've had them for a long time.
Right, because you were one of the early. You mentioned it to
Ye-
me, Battle Miners.
yeah.
You're in there day
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I think I joined the Discord on the second day, something like that.
I had mine, and I bought the one or two extra cards I needed. I remember I needed the one really expensive card, and then one of the middle cards, and then I burned them for the six card pack. I did the math, and it seemed to work out okay at the time, anyways.
So what's the cost on these, and what do you know about the quantities, and what time is it? I got three questions there. Rapid
Okay, well,
fire.
the time it's Friday, and it's at 1500 UTC or 11
Okay.
a.m. Eastern time. So kind of early morning, Friday, mid morning, I should say. And the cost. So these are kind of the land packs and the constructor packs, the Dominator stations. So these are the land packs basically,
Yeah.
and they go from $20 up to $200. So considering the market that we're in with battle miners, that's actually pretty cheap. Like
Right.
I think the cheapest land on the secondary market is like 375 $400, and I could be wrong. I'm just going off my head because it changes every day. I remember I saw one piece of land for 800 wax that I regret not buying on secondary, but that's neither here nor there at this point.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so there's 4,000 packs of the big one, or sorry, the small, 4,000 of the small packs, and 3,000 of the big ones. And they kind of float between those two numbers. I know it's 4,000, 3,000, 4,000, 3,000, because they
Sure.
reserve some and they've sold a couple. Like they sold 50 Dominators today. So, things are kind of not the exact numbers at this point. But yeah, those are kind of the sale quantities we're looking at.
Yeah, man. So our audience here is kind of just giving our community just some rundown on exactly how uh, the whitelist is going to work, and it's going to be kind of pricey, right? To get in if you have zero.
Oh,
Right.
if you're just starting from scratch and you need to buy
Yeah,
10 active cards, that's probably going to cost you 400
yeah,
bucks, I think. Because I was looking
yeah,
at some, I think they were like 37, 38 for the cheapest, the floor.
yeah. So that's what we're looking at here, like $47 each, and you're gonna need 10 of these. So yeah, it's gonna run you about 500.
And that's just to get in the sale. Then once you're in, you're going to, buy the packs on top of that.
Right. Yeah. So again, it's tough, man. I wish that there were, and I understand why you have to do things this way, and I'm not definitely not knocking it at all. Um, I feel like this creativity and this innovation all revolves around like the ugliness that we see in the wax community and I guess all NFT communities with multi accounting and botting and just fighting that fight. It's what causes all of these creative measures that we see projects taking
It's
with
hard.
whitelists and
It's a very fine line to walk. That's the thing. Like you want to, make sure that the right people are involved in your project. But you also have to encourage new people to come in every now and then, and you also have to reward the OGs and things like that. So it's a very fine line they have to walk.
so Rort says 10 active C1 common cards.
Well, really, just the 10 cheapest on the market. But yeah, that would be because even the packs are a little bit more than the common cards. You can get a couple. I was looking. There's some C5 at least right now on the market. Like right this minute, it could be gone by the time we're done taping. But there was like a common level 5. There was like a rare level 2 or level 3. If
Yeah.
you're kind of patient and wait for the right moment, you can get something near the floor that's a little bit more valuable than a C1 card. But at the end of the day, you're still going to have to need like probably like 7, 8 of those C1 cards, anyways.
Yeah. And so there will be a public round for active roll and discard. No cards needed to buy. Have to chat in a non-spammy way for a bit to get to level 5. Okay.
Right, that's right. I personally, I wouldn't want to take that chance. I feel like there's not going to be a lot left, but also, like I was talking about $300 for Farmers World. Like, who's got $500 for Battle Miners?
Right, right. Yeah. All right. Well, are we done on NBM? Is there anything else they need to know?
No, I can't really add too much. If you can get in, or if you're close, or things like that, just get it. That ticket it'll be worth, the gold that you pay for it.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure that I get myself up to the next. I'll make sure that I'm even. I think 440 is my next target number, and I think I'm 3 or 4 away from that. So I'll just buckle down and get there.
Yeah, same. I'm hoping to try to do it too as well. Get up to my next tier.
Yes, and the stickers do not count. So they have in the past, but they do not for this drop. It's the actives only.
Yeah, you can burn the stickers 1 for 1 to get a promo pack if you really need to.
Right. Cool. All right.
Do it
And
through
then
the site though. Don't just burn it willy nilly.
yeah.
Dude,
that's so funny that you say that, right? Because anytime like it's crazy, and it's something that I just do to humor myself. But like when there's mechanics like that where like you burn the NFT to get something else, like I go and I look in Atomic Hub to see like who actually burned it.
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of funny.
Makes me think of Finnies when I learned how that worked. It's
yeah. And so here's just Rorts again, just confirming to the community that packs do not count for the main sale either. We must open them for them to count.
That's right.
All right, so hey, we have on Saturday another. I know it's an NFTGamerTV favorite and friend, and I want to say partner, but maybe I'm disclosing too much. On Saturday, our friends over at the Taco app are having another drop. So what do we know about that?
So they're dropping more of those packs that you have on your screen there, the packs in 3 sizes, and inside the packs, there are ingredients, different quantity of ingredients, different rarities of ingredients. And in the past, you would buy those packs and you would burn them or send them through the app. I forget what the mechanism they had, but you would burn them through the app and you would get tacos. They would give you the taco token. But now, since they sold those packs before, and most people burnt them to get their tacos, they're going to use those ingredients for more of their kind of, they're creating their taco universe, which is, kind of this little metaverse thing they're creating. I don't know too much about it yet. I just know there's going to be shops and land and things like that. They've even already got the taco shop open. If you haven't checked it out, you can actually buy things in the app from partner projects using the taco token itself.
And if you haven't seen the app, I don't know if you guys can see my phone. There's the app there, and it's in both the Play Store and the wherever stupid people get their apps
Apple
from.
Store.
And it is called, I believe, Taco Wax Utilities. Let me verify this because I know that I should have it saved.
Yeah, mine just says taco. And so they have the 3 packs, the small, medium, and large, and they go from 45 wax for the small one up to 370 wax for the big one. And there's not a lot of these packs being sold, so just to be clear, if you want them, you got to get in kind of quick.
All right, and so that, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's Taco-Wax Utility Tools, and then parentheses early access from VP Software. And I would highly suggest downloading it and installing it because it's got a lot of really cool features and functionality, and they're adding more very soon. In fact, there's some super exciting stuff that I've been privy to see in kind of like a sneak preview kind of way that's coming out soon, and it's super exciting. There's going to be a lot that you'll be able to do with the new stuff they have coming. So keep an eye out for that.
Even what they have now, it's just so useful. It's so insanely helpful to a guy like me. It just streamlines so many, small little tedious kind of things I would have
The
to do.
biggest part for me is the collecting of all of my staked. Like I can go in and I don't know how it, so I have a VIP token. I was lucky enough to be able to buy one of those off of the secondary before they hit uh, the astronomical prices they're at now. So now you need, I believe, the sauces to enable specific projects. But
Yeah, each separate sauce for each separate
yeah,
project. Yeah.
but people who hold the VIP token just get access to everything. And I can just like one by one go through and collect all of my olive land tokens. And then I can go over to Uplift and collect all my Upliftium and then my snake oil and Nova Rally. And this is so much better than having to do it on a browser, because I would literally have to have 1,000 tabs open, which I do, but it would be an extra 1,000 on top of the 1,000 I already have. And it's just so much easier to do it that way.
It makes me crazy to think back how I operated before Taco, honestly. Like I remember when the Aether from our planet, the Aether pump was like as high as it goes, and I was selling Aether like pretty much every hour.
Right.
Like
Same.
just thinking about that, on the desktop on Alcor, one step. Now I can do it all in like 10 seconds, claim it, trade it, love it.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome. So they're doing this. They're bringing this drop back. It's going to be between the same price, 45 to 370.
Yeah, that's right. And I don't know if it's going to be on Nifty blocks or not. I just know that this was actually for the members. That was the member sale. They actually did the other public sale. It was on Atomic Hub. So they kind of separated
Cool.
them. I just brought this up to you because that's kind of, that's
Yeah.
the info's all there. And the ingredients from the pack is what you will use for
Neat.
the taco universe that they're kind of creating.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm in, and it looks like I get early access with my VIP token.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yep. 15 minutes early. And yeah, so you can do one claim every 15 minutes. So the VIP token holders they can double dip.
Yeah, and let me just pull that up and see where it's at now in case they're definitely pricey still. So yeah, 370 floor on it, which that's actually not terrible.
I was gonna say, like, honestly, for how useful taco's been, that's not a bad price.
Yeah.
I think there's only 100 of them as well. So like, I got one as well, so I don't need to purchase. But
Right. Yeah.
if someone, let's say they were on the fence and they needed that little kick to get one, I would totally give it to them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like there's only 15 listed for sale and only a few in a reasonable price range. So awesome. All right. We're running a little long, which is surprising because I didn't think we would be. But let's close this out with Galactica. What do we know
Yes.
about this?
So this drop is on Saturday, on this October 2nd as well. It's at 20 o'clock UTC or 4 p.m. Eastern. And Galactica, this is their second drop. So this is series number 2. Their first drop was actually a lot bigger. They've kind of scaled it down. And they had some problems with the first drop, but they fixed a lot of those stuff. But the big thing with this one is there's no public sale. There's only you need a boarding pass. So they have two different levels of the boarding pass. They had the level 1 pass, which was from back before they even did the first drop months ago, and then they just released the little level 2 boarding pass. I think we talked about this the last show we did a couple weeks ago, and I abstained from that drop because I didn't need it. I have the level 1 pass in my wallet.
Right. Yeah. This is mine here, I think.
Yeah, that's right. And I saw that the level 2 passes, they were pretty lucrative. And if you wanted to flip it, or if you missed it or things like that, it was a pretty healthy return in that regard. So I'm hopeful that the people who wanted the passes got the passes. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, we did talk about it, and I remember I think it got delayed or something happened with it.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were gonna get attacked by a bot. That immortal HZZZ, the famous one on Wax Detective. They sniffed that guy out was coming for him, so they delayed it because that guy has like 50 accounts or whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah, I ironically, this is my boarding pass here. I almost sold it. I was going through projects that I didn't think I was going to ever play or be involved with, and Galactica didn't make the cut, and I started using NFT Hive to just list everything. And then normally what I'll do is I'll list everything for sale, and then I'll go back through my listings and cherry pick ones that I feel like holding, like low mints and that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
luckily I pulled this off because somebody immediately pinged me and asked me if it was still for sale, which it was not. But I don't know. The only reason why I bring that up is because one of our audience members that say they don't like this project, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I would probably say the same thing. Like, I'm just not a huge fan of it. I think the artwork is pretty amazing. But I don't know. How do you feel about Galactica?
The thing I like about Galactica the most is I have a lot of respect for the creator, Puma or Luminaya. A lot of the things he's done, he's been a part of things that have been very successful. He had been a part of Ultra Horrors and Bitcoin Origins,
Yeah.
Blockchain Heroes. Like, he's done artwork for all of them. And I've noticed like he's taken bits and pieces from all those other projects to kind of incorporate a lot of the things you see in Galactica. It's not like a huge kind of AAA project in that regard, but I feel like it's got a lot of potential. And I'm a supporter of Lumini and what he's trying to accomplish here.
Right. Yeah.
If you look at like some of they have the bounty rewards, and they have airdrop membership cards. There's one of one cards. There's even a card that you get. It's a donation card. So you get it, and it just signifies the donation that all the profit, no, not all the profits, but some of the profits will go towards going into. And there you go. There's some partnership art on those cards. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of good things. And so, I just want to support it. It's like kind of supporting like an indie artist, and just kind of
Right.
wanting them to be successful, because I just truly believe in what they're doing. And it's going to be a story based kind of a series. So it's going to be community engagement, getting the community involved, and kind of progressing the story and seeing where it goes.
Yeah, the art is pretty killer, and the gifs, the loops that they do, pretty seamless and badass.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's not too expensive. Like, it's not prohibitive like some of the other things we talked about. Like, there's two packs. There's a big pack and a small pack, and they go for $15 or $30. So to enter the project, it's not too difficult. The most expensive thing is probably the boarding pass, honestly.
Right. And this is at what time? 4 p.m. Eastern on Saturday.
Yeah, that's right.
20 UTC. How do you say that? 20 o'clock? That's not how you say it. 20 UTC.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I love and hate UTC at the same time.
Yeah. So, all right, I will probably, I don't know. I have a boarding pass. If somebody doesn't and they would like me to make an attempt at this drop for them, I probably could do that, because I'm probably not going for it myself. So shout out to TD and DM if you want them to grab you the drop.
For me, a lot of it depends on my wax budget too. Like, the further we go into this week, the less I'm going to have by the end of it.
Yeah, for sure. Especially by Saturday, man. I'd be surprised if I'm not close to bankrupt by then. So, 2,000 hours, Tall James says. Okay,
Sir,
I'll
yes,
take
sir.
it. All right, Larry, do you have anything for our audience? We're at 1 hour and 15 minutes. That went by quickly.
No, there's not much I can add. I just, like I say it every week. I hope I can help you out, decide what you want to do with your wax and in your week and things like that. I hope I can make it a little bit easier for you.
And you know what? This is running long, but I want to test this again. So we got a raid. I know that we got people watching here, so let's take care of them and run one of these really quick. What do you think?
Yeah, you gonna do the dance off?
We can do them both. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me check my banner to make sure I know. I don't think the banner's right. Your wax address. All right. Go ahead and hit exclamation play followed by your wax wallet address. Get it up there and we'll play some Crittercraft. I think I have to check my settings to make sure I'm streaming. And yeah, I sure am. I wanted to see how the frame rate looks because I know that the last time we ran it, which was the other night with Sandy, the feedback was it did look better. I upgraded our StreamYard subscription to the top tier that lets us stream in 1080p. And so I'm
Nice.
hoping that
So I'm
that
looking extra
solves.
sharp tonight, is what you're saying.
Yeah, always. All right.
You're a gentleman
Let's
and a
see.
scholar.
Yeah. We'll give it a couple more seconds.
I actually have a taco whale pack I haven't opened.
What?
Yeah, I think it was pack number 2 or 3, and pack number 1 was open before the drop by the.
Oh, you know what? That's what we'll do. Hold on. Because I bet you if I log into the Sanika wallet, I bet you we see a, yeah.
Oh,
There
perfect
is just,
timing.
yeah, look at all this stuff that we got, dude.
Oh yeah, look at that sauce.
Yeah, it's pretty much all of them.
See, I'm
Which is,
spoiled with the VIP coins. I don't know what those sauces cost.
yeah, I don't either. 15 wax roughly each.
Okay, so that ain't bad.
I guess varying. Yeah, dude. Shout out to the Taco app team for they just dropped a huge
That's a
pile
lot
of.
of stuff.
Yeah, dude. It's amazing. So yeah, this is what we'll do. Call me. Is that what we're doing it for? NBM sauce? Do they have an NBM sauce?
No, I don't. Not yet.
No,
I'm
not
sure
yet.
it's in the works.
Yeah.
I'm checking my phone right now.
No, they definitely don't. I don't
They're
think
double
so.
verified, so anything's possible.
Right. All right. Well, what are we playing for then? Should we? I think a lottery ticket's good, right? A lottery ticket and maybe a couple sauces. What do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say a ticket and a sauce or two. Because that ticket, their next lottery is actually for a Battle Miners pack.
Cool. All right. And so, what sauce do we want to do? What is the community? You want to do it Our Planet? Most people have Our Planet, right?
Yeah, Our Planet, Kate's a good one.
Oh
Alcor,
yeah. The Kate's a good one because that's the one where you can get the
free stuff.
faucets. Yeah. And then let's see what else. What else do we like? Oh, this is a good one. The NFT sauce. So that I'm not mistaken, that's the one that lets you see, yeah, your wallet and your NFTs and stuff.
Yeah,
That's a good
by
one.
collection. Yeah.
Cool. what else do I have in here? I don't know what the Atomic Hub one does. Do you know?
It's for sales, like active listings and stuff. You can kind of adjust it or remove them.
Oh. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so it's good. I don't know if like you kind of have to know what you want to sell it for. Or
yeah, we'll throw one of those in there too. All right, so that's a nice little pack that we got now, right?
Yeah, it's a good starter pack for sure.
Yeah, lottery ticket and 5 sauces. All right. All right, boom. We are ready to go. Oh, no, we're not ready to go because I got to join to make sure that I can grub explode. I don't know if that added me or not. It might have. All right. And we are, oh no, hold on. I got to make sure that I got to cheat here. I got to get ready. All right, here we go. We're off. Did I make the cut? I don't know if I did.
I don't think I see you.
Yeah, I was already past the screen. Yeah, it's whatever. All right.
How did that guy not get cut?
Oof, rabbit spinning. Ramza out of there. Tall James bouncing all around. And bounce right into death.
Right into
Oof,
it,
rabbit
yeah.
now following that same strategy, bouncing off the walls. Novandi spinning in the lower right corner.
Oh, that one was just
Neath,
just
tempting fate up at the top there. They don't care. Oof. All right. So how is it? Yeah, so I'm watching like the stream, dude. It's still not great. It's not terrible though.
Yeah, I got a little lag over here, but my internet sucks anyways. So
yeah. Oh, and it's down to Rort's least comic and Trepnug. Rort's don't care. Trepnug. How funny.
You guys were dancing with death.
Yeah. Congrats, Trepnug. And let me go ahead and paste these up here. We'll go ahead and fire that out. And
yeah, that's a nice little starter kit for Taco if you haven't got started with it yet. I would imagine most of our viewers have, though.
Yeah. All right, we'll fire this off, and I'll tell you what, we will do a dance off for something also. We'll do another lottery ticket for a dance off. Bing. All right, you guys know what to do. Exclamation C and a number between 0 and 99 will change your color. Oh, or it turns blue.
I still don't know how this works.
So it's really just random RNG. There's nothing really to it. We had guys on from Crittercraft, and it's just kind of for fun and nothing more than just RNG.
Okay, I was wondering if like you could dance your way out of it or
something. No, the exclamation C just changes colors. That's why you can see there's a few different colors up there. They're changing. But as far as the actual, as far as the game is concerned. And Neath 123. Neath at Wax.io. Shout out to you. You got a ticket. Yeah, there we go. Boom. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to NFT Weekly, the Week in Wax. And we will be back with you next week. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy.